Hey, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture, mainly Star Wars, Transformers, McFarlane figures, anime, sprinkled in with a bunch of other stuff. So if you do like this smooth, crazy jazz voice you're hearing right now, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. And if you have, thank you so much. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go to the land of Transformers, and we're going to take a look at something that's more than meets the eye from one of my favorite third-party companies, and that is Magic Square. And we are going to look at the intelligence officer, Mr. Bumblebee. So we're going to see how this is, see what it's like, see what I think about it, and see if it's something that you should pick up. So let's go back to my lab. Y'all just have to forgive my voice. I'm getting over just a little bit of a cold, still kind of going through it. But you know what? I am not going to miss a day with you all. But here he is. Here is Intelligence Officer Bumblebee, MS-B21EX. So this is a reissue of their original MS-B21. So I believe it's a repaint on this. So I'm excited to get this. I love Magic Square. There are several legend size companies that are out there. New Age, Magic Square, McFan Toys, Mechanic Studios. So there's a lot of them out there that make the scale of, like, you know, around 4 inches. And there's a lot of factions. New Age is better, Magic Square is better, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? I love the fact that we live in a world that we can have both companies that are making some amazing quality stuff. Magic Square is just a little bit cheaper. New Age is built a little bit more premium. But you know what? You go with what you go which one you like. So, but this is it. This is the box. This is the front of it. This is the side, the back of it, the side here, and then the front. Nothing on the bottom except saying, hey, there could be a choking hazard on this little guy right here. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up, we're gonna test some articulation, do some size comparisons, all that good stuff, and get it transformed, and tell you what my thoughts are on Intelligence Officer. Here he is out of the box onto my table, and he is a small little dude. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how small this guy is. It's the smallest thing I've ever seen. That's what she said. But anyway, everything you get in the package, you get his gun right here. So you can kind of see that. It's a little tiny gun, just a little tiny. It's painted. Which is interesting. I would have preferred more of just a natural black gun, but painted. Okay, that's cool. Then of course we get the card that comes with these. You get the instructions, which are useless for Magic Square stuff. It's just really tough to kind of get that done. A bunch of tires. So I'm assuming his tires are not on here, so you get a bunch of spare tires. So just in case you get a flat, you always have more. And then you have Bumblebee himself. Yeah, look, no tires on there. No tires. Where's his other tires? And so we'll have to get his tires and stuff on there. But you get little Bumblebee, and let's bring him in for a closer look. There he is. He is painted. He's not that normal plastic, nylon-y plastic feel that you would normally get from Magic Square stuff. He's actually got that painted look, kind of like their reissue of Starscream. From a height standpoint, what we are looking at is about 2.5 inches. So he's a little tiny guy. So small in stature, but not small in heart. But take a look. I don't know if we can get in on that face. There is that face. Everything is painted. Got kind of a really cool little detail. I would just wish the painting is a little bit uneven on this. So you can kind of see this is a lighter yellow versus a darker yellow here. But not really any overspray, so they did a really good job on painting it. Just wish that there was a bit more just polish with it, I think. But from a articulation standpoint, you do have a head that does move. It's not on a ball, it's just on a swivel. Arm comes up like so. You can do a 360 with it. You got that option. You also have rotation right there, and you do have arm bend, I believe. Come on, yeah. So we do have an arm bend that you can do right there too as well. And then the hand is kind of just on a little swivel too. You got a little bit of a ab crunch, not much, but you do have a twist at the waist. And then from the legs, let's pull these arms up. You can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. There we go. And and then you get the 90-degree kickback, kick up front, kick to the back, and then you have the ankle on a twist, and this on a twist, and the ankle's on a rocker too as well. So you can put him in some pretty dynamic poses if you want to. But overall impression so far in robot mode, he's cute. Not my favorite look. I think I would have preferred the original B21 that has that more nylon-y feel that Magic Square has, but overall pretty nice little guy here. I think he can do the job, make it happen. I don't know why they just didn't put the tires on. They're going to make me do that, knowing that Magic Square stuff is already difficult to transform. They're like, hey, why don't you just go ahead and put the tires on too? So, but yeah. So there he is from the front, the side, the back, the side, and the front again, the bottom, the top. But that is him. He doesn't weigh that much, but let's do this. Let's get some other bots to compare him to and see what that is about. And just to show you from comparison, here we go. We got a few bots here, mostly Legend Scale here. We got a Legend Scale New Age Beachcomber, Magic Squares Optimus Prime. We also have a Core Class Bumblebee, Voyager Class Optimus Prime Animated, and Magic Squares Masterpiece Level Optimus Prime. So you can see how he scales. Scales really well with the Magic Square stuff. Even with the New Age stuff, it scales pretty decent on that, but definitely has that G1 vibe, G1 look to it. So that's how he looks compared to these guys, and we'll put you all back here, that way you can continue to witness the awesome power of Bumblebee. But yeah, overall impressions of the little guy, I think he's great. But now the impressions might change once I start transforming him, so let's get him transformed into his alt form, and let's do that now. And here is Little B, all transformed, all ready to go. And, you know, just like Magic Square, it's always about tabbing and a little bit making sure everything is perfect. If you don't have stuff lined up perfect, things don't go well. But, yeah, thank God for, I think it was Toys R Us. Maybe, yeah, Toys R Us and his transformation, because it helped me get through this one without resulting back to alcoholism. I don't want to get there again, but yep, here it is. This is the nice little bug, and there he is up close. You can kind of see where everything kind of just tabs in. You just got to play with it and get it as tight as you can. But yeah, there's the front. There's the side, there's the back, there's the side, there's the bottom. You can kind of see his legs all right in there. Everything's all there going good. Got his wheels on. He's a cute little bug. I mean, he's just a Volkswagen Beetle, right? So from a height standpoint, you're looking at, I don't know, a little over an inch. From a length, we're looking at about 1.5 inches there in alt form. But yeah, one of my favorite little alt forms was the Volkswagen Beetle that Bumblebee had. He was one of those bots that I had because, you know, he was cheap and you can get him, and he was very fun and very cool on that. Did any of y'all have the red Bumblebee when it was the package that said Bumblebee but it was red? And now, of course, you know, we're like, yeah, it's Cliff Jumper, but it was Bumblebee, but it was a red Beetle. And I know that one's a pretty rare one to have, but it does roll. Does the rolling things that it should do, but not much to see here. Just a really nice little alt form. You know, all this paneling right here, if I could just get that in tighter, I think it'd look great. I just got to mess with the joints and make sure everything's lined up better. But overall, just pretty decent, pretty nice. It's the transformation isn't as hard as a lot of other Magic Square, but still is one of those that's just like, there's just all sorts of weird stuff, and these instructions just don't really give you any hope on that. So, but let's do this. Let's compare him to some other vehicles. Vroom, 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 vroom. So some of my final thoughts on Bumblebee, or Intelligence Officer from Magic Square. So let's bring him back in. There he is. Here he is. He's such a cute little baby bumblebee. You know, all I can think of is the song by Blind Melon with the bumblebee, No Rain. All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. I mean, Bumblebee was one of those characters that just kind of like, just a fan favorite, right? He's in every one of the movies. He's the cartoons. I mean, they couldn't really kill him off, except if you read the Skybound comic book. Spoilers, he gets shot in the face right at the beginning, dead, boom. But this is really nice. I like it. Now the paint job, I think I would prefer to have the original with the matte finish, because again, there's some blotchiness on the like joints where the paint is, like it just doesn't match. Has kind of, and I don't like the yellow gun. I prefer the black gun, but that's just me. Just don't like the yellow gun. Transformation wise, just like every single Magic Square one, it's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt to transform. If you like a challenge, then you'll love Magic Square. But once you kind of figure out all the panel tabbing and all that kind of stuff, you get it. And I love what Magic Square's plastic. It is very forgivable. So very, very forgivable, especially when you're trying to force something in and things like that. I don't like that the tires didn't already come installed. I had to install those, and of course I've got big old hot dog hands, and so that was really tough too as well. But overall, I mean, he's a nice little bot. I think he'll go great with the rest of my Legend stuff. He scales well with the rest of the Magic Square line. New Age line, he's just a little bit bigger, and one of the things I've heard with Magic Square, and I would tend to agree, is from a G1 aesthetic. I think they're more G1 accurate on that, but New Age does have more premium parts and stuff like that too as well. But you go with what you like. You don't, you go with what you like, what you want to do, mix and match. I know people have all of them in their collection. Like some people like New Age's Wheeljack versus Magic Square's this or that, or they like McFan toys. Like for instance, McFan toys Triple Changers are going to be in my collection because they're going to be cool. And I think the McFan Toys Dinobots, as soon as they come, I think they will be great too as well, because I think they'll scale a little bit better with my Magic Square stuff versus New Age on that. But overall impressions, I think he's really great. I think you'll like him. I think you should get him. And I picked him up. I think you could pick him up. I picked him up on Magic Square's website for like $19 plus shipping, so around $22, $23 with the shipping cost. Shozy store, I think you can get it for $22, $23, $24. And then if you were to buy it here in the States, you're probably going to be looking at about $40, $45, $50 on this guy. But the scale of good, bad, awesome, I say he's pretty awesome. I like him. He's a good little dude. And, Bumblebee should be a good little dude, because, I mean, he's the one you can count on. He's got the bravery of a semi-truck, but the body of a Volkswagen Bug. So that's all I got to say about that. So tune in next time when we talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.